For too long, renting in this country has meant living with uncertainty. The worry that at any given moment you could be kicked out of your home for no reason at all. Forced to live in poor conditions with no simple route to get justice for unfair treatment. But now, that's changing. The Renters' Rights Act is the biggest overhaul in renting in decades. It's a set of new laws designed to rebalance power between tenants and landlords, making things more secure, more stable, and fairer for England's 12 million renters. From the 1st of May 2026, renters across the country will be better protected in their homes. Some of the key changes are the end to Section 21 no-fault evictions. For years, Section 21 allowed landlords to evict tenants without giving a reason. This has forced people out of their homes with little notice and no way of challenging unfair decisions. These have often been used in retaliation for complaints from renters about the condition of their homes, or to get in people who can afford to pay higher rents. The new law abolishes this practice, meaning landlords must now provide a valid reason within a tighter framework before they can evict. Open-ended, rolling tenancies. Fixed-term contracts that lock tenants in or leave them vulnerable at the end are being replaced. This will mean more flexibility and more security for renters. Tenancies will not end automatically, but will continue until you leave or your landlord has a legal reason to end it. You can now leave your tenancy at any time, given 2 months' notice. Tighter rules on rent increases. Instead of sudden, unfair hikes, rent increases will be more regulated, with stricter rules and better routes for renters to challenge them. Landlords will only be able to put up rents once a year, and this will require issuing a formal notice at least 2 months in advance. Tenants will have more power to push back against unfair hikes and will be able to challenge these at tribunal. The end of bidding wars. Bidding wars, where tenants are encouraged to bid against each other above the advertised rate for a rental home, will be banned. All homes for rent will have to have a published asking rent, and landlords and agents are not allowed to ask for or accept any more than this. Landlords and agents will not be allowed to ask for more than 1 month's rent in advance. Outlawing discrimination. Landlords and agents will be explicitly banned from refusing tenants simply because they receive benefits, have children, or don't fit a narrow definition of professional. The right to pets. Tenants can request to have a pet, and landlords must consider these on a case-by-case basis. Landlords can no longer have blanket bans on pets and can only refuse in specific, reasonable circumstances. These changes haven't come from nowhere, and they weren't handed down to us on a plate. It's the result of sustained pressure from renters and over a decade of organising, campaigning and taking action so the issue couldn't be ignored. When ACORN formed in Bristol in 2014, we had a simple idea, that renters, when organised, could stand up to landlords and win. It was clear that the state of renting was a huge issue and something that came up when speaking to neighbours time and time again. In our early years, we focused on local struggles, linking arms to resist evictions, marching on landlords to win back deposits, and demanding the local council clamp down on rogue landlords making money from dangerous homes. As ACORN branches sprung up across the country, it quickly became apparent that renters were facing the same problems everywhere. It was clear that the law needed to change, so we set out to make it happen, and were soon leading calls for reform and for the abolition of Section 21 no-fault evictions. As pressure started to grow, it became impossible for politicians to ignore. In April 2019, then PM Theresa May announced that she planned to end Section 21. The Renters Reform Coalition formed, an alliance of organisations brought together to push for the real changes needed to improve renting. ACORN played a key role in shaping its demands, ensuring they reflected the real experiences of tenants. There were mass lobby days, protests and coordinated actions across the country. We lobbied MPs directly and made sure the experiences of our members were covered in newspapers and on the TV. We took members to meet with ministers, spoke in Parliament and took part in roundtables and consultations. And throughout it all, ACORN continued our day-to-day work, building power in our communities and defending our members. Even as the legislation took shape, the campaign didn't stop. We fought to strengthen the bill, pushing back against landlord amendments and fighting to close loopholes to make the protections as strong as possible. Now, 7 years, 5 Prime Ministers and 2 shades of government later, the Renters' Rights Act is finally about to become law. It won't fix everything overnight, but it's a huge step forward. A shift in power that shows what's possible when renters organise. But it doesn't stop here. We must now make sure these rights are enforced, and until everyone has a safe, secure and affordable place to call home, there's more to fight for. So join the fight for housing justice. Join your community and renters union. Join ACORN today. Together, we win.